We're back at it, Pooh.
Yes.
Back like another.
Okay. I'll follow up. No?
But you scared?
A little.
Come on.
I'm trying to see what it says. Okay.
What is just stuff we went over last week? Last week. Wait. That's not how we start off.
I know we never do.
Paige.
Yes.
How we're starting off is...
How?
Okay. I need you to answer a question for me.
A question for you?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Here you go. What is it? You always with the surprises.
What is a straight man in a movie? What is a straight man? The term straight man in a movie.
Okay, we just went over this. Let's see.
So this question comes from Paige.
Oh.
Well, hold on. Let's get the premise. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We just watched.
We watched
You People.
Mm-hmm. And Eddie Murphy plays the straight man. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. So, Eddie Murphy plays the straight man.
Right.
And what the straight man is in a comedy is, okay, typically you have two people. One person is the comedic kind of laughter person that you're supposed to laugh at. And the other person is supposed to be trying to get them together, the straight man. Ooh,
I did not know. That was my first time ever hearing that. I didn't know what that meant. I thought when they said that Eddie Murphy was a straight man, that they meant like straight man, like y'all know what straight man means. Like, that's what I thought. And so my reaction was like, hasn't he always been a straight man? Like,
I've never seen him play a different.
But I don't know that term.
Well, okay, so that's the general term for a person who plays the other person. Anyway, I just thought that would be a good.
You're trying to mess with me.
That's a lead-in, Paige. That's a lead-in.
That's a lead-in, really? Okay, cool. Whatever.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yes.
What up, though?
What up, though?
Welcome to another episode of Take the Stage. I'm the math guy, Steve. This is...
Staige, baby.
Paigey, Wagey, Paigey, babe. Paigey, babe. What's the news of the week, news of the day?
It's news of the night.
News of the night?
It's a long day with these kids.
Long periodically.
Oh, my goodness. It took everything to put them down.
It did. It did.
Ooh. First of all, let's do shout outs.
Okay, shout outs. Okay, which ones?
Britt.
Okay, shout out TT.
Miss B. Cherie.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, yes.
She's made years old. Who else came up recently? Fall was recent.
No, he's not.
What else? Oh, fall's coming up.
I'm about to say.
Sorry. Oh, my parents' anniversary.
Yes. Yeah, we already covered that.
Yeah, and then...
You know I know what my friend's birthday is.
Not your friend, right?
Right. But, yeah. Shout out to TT.
Shout out TT.
Yeah.
Shout out.
She's always a good time.
Always a good time, and always a good sounding board for just our... I guess I wouldn't say our generation, but kind of our group, our family group, or our.
She's always like a safe space, like when you want to talk to her, and like things like that, and like we can always like converse on like a neutral level, like a good. It always feels like a good time.
I ain't gonna hold you. It don't feel churchy, right? It feels like we go to church together. We grew up together, but it's kind of. But also
homegirlish,
yeah. Like that's my friend. I can still talk to her about certain situations, circumstances, and she can talk to us as well. So yeah, it's kind of man. Shout out to Eric, man, my mate, Easy Buckets, you heard me, and Pops. As well.
Shout out.
All right, so So today's episode, we're continuing on just old school technology. Is that fine? Well, we got a 2-minute top 5 afterwards, babe.
You know, wait, we have to finish the news of the week because we got to chew it out for the last technology episode.
Okay.
From DaQuisha.
Okay. Oh.
DaQuisha aired her grievances once again.
Well, tell me her grievances,
we're going to have to make a special little thing for DaQuisha's grievances.
Dun, dun, dun. Paige, what was DaQuisha's grievances this time? Okay? wait. We got DGs.
DG.
What's the DGs?
Goodness.
What's the DGs this time? Mercy.
She did not appreciate us talking about the camcorder, the TV, everything we talked about, she did not appreciate.
Okay, so all the things?
Right. I'm like, this is literally a list almost dedicated to you. Because she was the leading force in technology for our family, period.
A decade and a half, 2 decades, whatever it was.
Right.
So, of course, there's going to be grievances. What do you think? Anywho. So, any specific grievances she had this time?
I'll let her share that, on later episodes of the podcast. Y'all keep on listening.
Just tell her she got a DGs. Just put the DGs down.
She has a scroll long list. Like, ooh.
The scroll. Anywho. All right, so last things we went over was camcorder. Mm-hmm. I think we ended with overhead projector. Okay. I think we ended with that. So let's go with phone books. Okay. Do you remember phone books?
The yellow pages or the white pages? Of course I remember.
Explain to the people what phone books with yellow pages and white pages are. Let's go with that. Explain what that is, Paige.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I remember getting the yellow pages and the white pages. However, I feel like we used to only get one phone book. And then it went into 2. Like, one was for businesses and then one was for, like, residential.
I wanted you to explain it because I have no idea what the difference is. I can hold you.
Oh.
Now, okay. So from what I recall, I think that was, the white pages was for just people's actual houses, right?
No, the yellow pages were the thicker ones for people's houses.
No, the yellow pages was for businesses, right?
I think the white pages eventually were for like businesses. I don't know. I may be wrong.
I don't remember either. I know you're right in
Look
that
up difference between yellow pages and white pages.
Okay, you're right in that they were. So the white pages indicated personal, or yellow pages.
Oh, classifieds.
Is business.
Okay, so I had it different, but there were 2 different ones. Okay, I remember getting like 2 different ones.
Yeah, so what phone books were, let's start there. What phone books were
it was like in alphabetical order, like
what were they, Paige?
If you had a landline with a phone, what is a phone book?
Yes. If you had a landline, you can't start with if.
When?
Lawyer, you don't start with the if when you try to find something.
Who had a registered phone number?
Yes.
Would be listed in the phone book.
For
their residential.
Okay, gotcha.
Or if you had a business.
So if I said someone had a phone book, then what would be in there?
You would get one delivered. So like how you would get like a newspaper
answered the
delivered?
Question.
Oh.
If I said I had a phone book, what would be inside the phone book?
Phone numbers. What are you talking about?
Why are you saying it like I'm trying to explain to the people? What a phone book is, Paige. Okay, I know what the darn phone book is.
Phone numbers would be inside of the phone book, as well as like other advertisements in both books. Okay. So you would have one phone book that would have buku numbers, alphabetized, and all that stuff, with some ads in it, and then you would also have a separate one with businesses if you wanted to look for like a mechanic or a dentist or. So even the movie theater, like anything you wanted to look up, it was like guess the precursor to Google, like before, like it was way before even like Ask Jeeves. And I know that's like dating us, like
Ask
that's
Jeeves.
making us sound so old. That's making us sound so old.
Paige, okay, now we that's not on the docket. What the deuce is Ask Jeeves, Paige?
That was before Ask.com.
The Ask.com. Ask Jeeves was like, nah, they got the real answers.
That was before like Yahoo, Hotmail, like that was before all of
Paige,
that.
what the deuce is who's Ask Jeeves?
That was like the search engine before like the search engine.
Obvious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody uses like, do you remember like Mozilla Firefox? That's not even a thing anymore.
Mozilla Firefox, yes.
And we use that heavily in college.
Yes. So Ask Jeeves.
It's kind of like Chrome. It's Chrome, like Internet Explorer. I don't even think that's a real thing anymore either.
It is a thing because it comes with every Microsoft computer.
But I think they're changing it. I think right now
Explorer is actually the newer version. Oh well, okay. Anyway, so Ask Jeeves was literally where you ask questions. And it was ask questions about the internet. So when the internet first started, we didn't have a Google. There was no such thing as a Google, right? There's no
like the internet was on a CD.
Well, when we explained that in the last episode.
Yeah.
Actually, the last snippet I posted.
Well, it was T-Bird birthday, so I had to pull up. So that's why I couldn't repost it. I'm going to go back and repost all of them.
But the point is, it was... so the internet was very... minute. It was small. It was a very smaller version of what you think of internet now. We're posting this on the internet, and when we're thinking the internet, we're like, everyone's going to see this around the world.
Yeah.
There was no such thing, right? So Ask Jeeves was like okay, but look, if you go on the internet, this is where you go to ask the questions that you want, and then answer the questions.
And they tried to trick us with the little white man butler, like he was right. Like,
well, really? And sometimes he was right. I mean, a lot of times he was right.
He was, because he had all of the information that was stored.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And also, it was, for the most part, it was people like we would with I don't know. We have versions of that now, now we would have those questions answered via other people as well, right?
You mean like other...
Like small questions that we would want answered.
You mean like...
Other versions of that.
Well, didn't Microsoft take over, and that's why they became like leading in the market and all that?
Yes, but I'm trying to think of like...
And that's why we see all the little stickers and stuff on the computers and all that with the Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the websites that have those questions where you ask the question
used to be,
and then Google doesn't answer it, but people answer it outside of that.
Like Reddit?
Yeah, Reddit is a version of it. Yes. Yeah, Reddit is a perfect example.
Yeah. That's Serena Bay.
Huh? That's Serena. Oh. I heard that's Arena Bay. That's Serena's Bay.
Yes. Serena's Bay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anywho, okay, that's phone books. Okay. What else we got? Portable DVD players. Do you remember these?
Of course I do. You remember when we used to ride to Tupelo every winter? I
thought she was going to bring that up.
And my mom would give us her portable DVD player for us to watch movies on the ride to Tupelo. Because Tupelo is 6 hours from
6.5.
New Orleans. Yeah, 6.5 with the stop.
Yes.
So 6.5 from New Orleans to Tupelo with that one stop in Meridian.
Yes.
And so we have the portable DVD player.
The stop is called Meridian.
Right. I never thought about that.
The first time I heard it, I was like,
I never thought
Meridian? Really? It's a joke.
But yeah, and we would just watch DVDs and stuff, and you had to like have it charged. But that thing used to use some power. And then after that's gone, you just gotta go to sleep or play cards.
We're gonna take a nap until we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the portable DVD players. Even in
my sister had one, but I never had one.
Well, in undergrad, we had me and you had.
Well, we had computers.
Well, actually, no, we had one at one point. So I had one when my computer died at one time, and then we watched it in my room. I remember on the floor when I was staying with Sir on the floor. Me and you watched it, just off GP because that's all we had to watch. Yeah. So, but yeah, portable DVD players was a thing.
That's like when you had to watch like the DVD version. Like,
yeah,
we didn't have anything to put it into.
Ain't no streaming, fam. Ain't no streaming. Okay.
Aw, portable DVD players. My sister used to hold that thing like it was the Bible. Like, she didn't want to let nobody use it. You couldn't touch it. It stayed on a charger. Like, she was like, can't nobody.
Don't get in the way. I bet you
right.
All right, let's see what else we got. Slide projectors. I think we talked about that.
We did.
Analog telephone. Now, listen. We talked about telephones before. We talked about landlines. Mm-hmm. We didn't talk about analog.
What was analog? Like the rotary? Or is it like just pressing the button?
Analog is both.
Or just if you have the number, like if you have to press the button?
Actually, I don't know the difference.
Here he go.
Okay. That's what I looked up. Old school stuff, man. This is rotary telephones. This is just button telephones. This is old school. We talked about landline telephones.
Yes.
Come from the land. That's what it is. It's in the ground. We talked about that. So, what you got about analog telephones? What you thinking about that? We had no cell phones. We had none of that.
First of all, don't be putting up my phone all in the screen
it
like
just
that.
said that it just is telephones.
We had a lot of analog telephones growing up. I always called them house phones. We had the one that was on the wall with the spiral cord.
Hold on. Explain this, Paige. Explain. I know what you're talking about. Explain it for the people. What you mean with the spiral? What you mean by that? With this?
Okay, so after the rotary phones, which are, you can insert the picture, the ones that use, you gotta do the zoop. You gotta do that.
You gotta do it?
Zoop. For all the numbers, every single number you had to put in effort. You really had to want to call the person. Like, because I probably would not have done it. But the phone.
Wait. You like both calling anybody.
Right.
Both all that. I ain't calling nobody.
Just for them to
That's
be like.
Call somebody?
For them to be like, you didn't put the area code in first. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
I'll see him tomorrow.
Right.
I'll see him tomorrow. I'll see him next week. This is whatever. I
gotta send a picture off.
I ain't doing that. I ain't doing all that.
But the analog, we had a house phone. It sat on the wall. So, wall phone. And then
that's how walls and phones work.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
But the phone would wall, phone, cord down here. Uh-huh. So the wall piece was connected to the cord, which was connected to your phone, basically. And you would use the wall portion to dial. And then that evolved to having this, the office phones.
Do I know what the office phone is? Yes, bitch.
The ones where it's
I'm older than you.
Yes. Right? Where it's you have the phone, the keypad, the little call waiting thing.
Yes.
What's it called? It's called call waiting?
It was called call waiting at the time, yes.
Yeah. And all of that. And sometimes fax.
Now it's called.
And remember we had fax on it too?
But now it's called voicemail. But at the time it's called
call
waiting.
Yeah, at that point in time it's called call waiting.
But yes, I know. Well, we talked about fax on the previous episode.
Oh. But yeah, analog.
If somebody look at the old episodes, they would know what we talked about. We talked about that in the previous
I come here, I give my commentary, and I dip out. I have enough going on in my life, okay?
Right, we're in the same house.
Exactly.
Dip out. Oh,
I got a lot going on.
Ain't no dipping out, fam. All right.
But yes, analog is just meaning you're pressing, said button.
It just means It's we talked about T9 in the
previous
that's
version. Way before
T9. Previous version, but it's just kind of an analog version of that, or another version of that.
Man, you remember when the analog telephones. I want to call them house phones. Would ring to the TV.
Oh, that was advanced.
I thought y'all was so fancy because y'all had that. We didn't even have that.
Yes.
We didn't have that.
When your phone rang,
like the phone in your house would still ring, buku loud,
but it popped up on your TV. But it still
popped up on your TV.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
That was you. You have money.
You couldn't answer it on the TV, but you'd be like,
but you like,
why is my mama calling me again?
How you know my mom's calling?
Look at the TV. Look at the TV. Look at the TV.
Look, right under Martin's face. Look right under Martin's face. Look right under Martin's face. It's right there.
That's funny.
All right, what do we got next? Oh, Walkman.
Okay, I never had one of these.
You never had a Walkman?
Mm-mm. I mean, I used to have a tape player, but I didn't have like a Walkman.
Define it. Okay, wait. Tell the people what the Walkman is. What's a Walkman? Can I do it?
It's a tape player. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, what's your difference then?
The CD one or the tape one?
That's a Discman.
Oh.
Okay, so a Walkman is, so we talked about cassettes before in the past episode. A cassette would be a small rectangular tape that you would record some music on, or some music is recorded on it, not necessarily you.
Yes.
And then you would play it via your own either Walkman, which is a personal version, or you would play it on somebody's stereo, which you put in their stereo that everyone can listen to. We sound old as hell, right?
No, I'm thinking about your daddy doing the vacation thing. No, remember vacation?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
LL Cool J. I didn't want to sing it because I didn't know if it was going to be flagged.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. My dad did it very... We're going to get to the vacation one next time. I promise, because this is going to be a lengthy one.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, so that's what a Walkman is just kind of listen to your own personal cassette. A Discman was the advancement of that, which was after cassettes, then we had CDs. Mm-hmm. So now it's a compact disc version of that. Mm-hmm. You didn't have a Discman or a Walkman?
I had a stereo that would play the tapes, like the A and B side. Yeah. And then handheld, I would have just a CD player.
Okay. CD
that
player.
Would pretty much, you'd be out of the CD if it dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Them things were not sturdy at all when they first came out.
No. Actually, I remember when the fancier version came out, where if you dropped it, it didn't skip or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those cost like $15 more. And they still didn't work.
They did not.
Man, just get scratched ASAP.
Do you remember having to wipe them off with alcohol and stuff like
CDs?
that? Yeah, because witch haze and all that stuff wasn't even a thing back then.
It sounded good. You gotta live up my alcohol. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can see the scratches on it. I'm looking at it. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. All right, let's see what else we got. Game Boy. What do you know about Game Boy? Because I
never had a Game Boy.
Did anybody you knew had a Game Boy?
Yes.
Okay.
So I grew up with.
What's the Game Boy? Wait, define. What's the Game Boy? What are we talking
about?
The
Nintendo.
The Nintendo. Yes. Okay. I give you that. The Nintendo. Okay. Go ahead.
So my cousin, I had a lot of boy cousins growing up, like the ones who were my age. Yeah. Were boys. And so we would hang out with them a lot. And one of my cousins, he had a Game Boy and he was just working tirelessly trying to beat levels and all this stuff. And he let me play with it. And when I say I lost everything on it, I didn't know what I was doing. He was so mad. I still feel bad to this day. But he was so upset.
It made me itch a little bit just.
He was so mad.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was doing.
What game were you playing? Do you know?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
I was just pressing stuff. I just remember being this gray Game Boy, and he was so into it. So I wanted to be into it because he was close in age with me.
Yeah.
And
you see moms running.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That made my whole body.
Sorry
like,
to all the Gameboys out there.
Gamers is
Gamer boys.
No, just gamers. Just gamers.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Just gamers. Okay.
Where's Game Boy? You know, I was trying to
The Game Boys, then okay.
Look,
it could be Game Girls. Also, it's just gamers.
You were not gender specific when you put this on here.
That's the name of the system.
That's what I said.
time.
Game Boys.
But gamers.
I'm talking about the physical.
Okay, gamers are the people who play it.
Own Game Boys.
So those are called gamers.
I apologize.
Okay, those are called gamers. Okay. Anywho,
they were not called gamers back then like that. Come on now.
Yes, they were. Even back then. The point is, Paige. Okay, the rest of us gamers. Even though I'm not.
You're a gamer.
Yeah. Well, am I not? Well, okay, depends on your definition. Okay, I'm not
sports.
I'm not a hard gamer. I'm a sports gamer. Yes. Okay, so I'm not a hard gamer at all.
And you don't even game on that.
Madden 2K, Thieves.
You play with your brother every 3 weeks.
First of all, for the past year, it's been every week. Let's be honest. And like
once a week. That's still not a gamer.
And I play with myself. 2K, I play with myself.
Yeah.
2K, I play with myself. When you're taking your 3 times a week nap.
When do I take a nap?
In the morning.
Game Boy.
Nope. Gamer. Gamer. Okay. Anyway, so Game Boys were pretty fascinating back in the gap. You had Mario. To start off, you had Mario.
I did have Mario, but that was on a floppy disk.
First of all, what you're not gonna say is Mario. I
had on a floppy disk.
Wait, what you had? What you had? Say it again. It's not Mario.
You're not about to play me on the podcast.
Mario. Okay. What you gonna say? Luigi Princess.
First of all, don't act like I didn't help us beat Mario World on
I don't know what that is.
When we had a Wii.
Mario.
When we had a Wii.
Mario.
And I used to speed through, and I would beat all the
we did help
levels.
We beat it together.
We beat the whole thing.
We beat the game together. No. You know how if you ever watched football outside of his football career, Brett Favre was a what they call a gunslinger. Okay, where he threw touchdowns or interceptions. It was one or the other.
Wait, what you trying to say?
Either he made it happen or he was the cause of it happening.
I made it happen more often than not.
And
we beat it.
Brett Favre's in the Hall of Fame. You're right.
See?
Brett Favre's in the Hall of Fame. So I give you
my flowers.
I give you that. I'm just saying the other side of that is.
Look, I played video games with you when I wasn't even a video game type of girl.
You were always a video game type of girl. It's just you never played video games. It's two different people.
Well, yeah, that part.
Yeah. You was a video game type of girl. You just never played them. Yeah, it wasn't your stick, I should say.
Oh my goodness! Please go to the next one. What's after? What is after Game Boy?
Okay, cameras with film, specifically. Ooh. Walgreens is what I have.
We got a camera with film sitting on the counter right now.
What's cameras with film? What does that mean, Paige?
So there are these things called disposable cameras. No, there are some newer cameras that come with film too. Because I've gotten the kids on.
This is
yeah. So the disposable ones you buy from like a Walgreens or I guess like a CVS, like a convenience store or whatever, and you can bring the camera in to get the film developed. Where they'll
wait. Okay.
In the
help me
dark
out.
room.
Help me out. What does develop in dark room? What does that mean?
They'll develop the film in a dark room and print out your photos.
Okay.
So it's not something that you could just upload to your computer.
Yes.
And then there are also cameras with film. The what's the ones where you just spit it out?
We talked about Polaroid before.
Oh, okay. Then, well, go back and look at the Polaroid ones. But
So cameras with film, those are the ones you got to get developed. Do you remember any situations you had with these type? Because I remember vividly, like
the cameras with film.
Yeah, as I've stated before, my mom used to carry around a boom box of a camcorder. So cameras was also a thing as well, right? She carried around. She would give people just cameras to take your pictures, and she would develop and throw away the trash ones. Even when we was kids, I remember that.
Y'all had a darkroom in your house, or she would go?
No, she would go to Walgreens. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I had Walgreens on here. She would go to Walgreens and get them developed, but she would throw away the trash ones or whatever. But do you remember these?
Yeah, I remember having. Actually, I remember having like a camera that you had to fill with film, and buying the disposable film cameras.
Okay, yeah. So that's after the got you, yeah.
So
I remember,
with the disposable,
like you flip the thing back and then put the little film in it,
like on the top, So even with the disposable cameras, even with you and I, like we would go to certain events and stuff like this.
We still have some.
Yeah, this was when like digital cameras were like just becoming a thing. Because when you and I met, like iPhones.
We ain't gotta tell age, Paige. I ain't gotta tell age. Hold on. Yeah, we met a little like 15 years old years ago. 15 years old years ago.
15 years.
Don't do the math. Don't do the math. The math don't be mathing like that all the time. Not all the time.
I mean,
ain't no grades. You don't see no grades. You don't see them. At least you don't see them.
I see.
You don't. Wait, they don't see them. Paige. You don't see them on screen. Hold on.
But yeah. So we would have the disposable cameras, like when we would do certain things, like we would go to like to the beach. Or like group events, or maybe sometimes dates and like things like that. We would have disposable cameras, and we would always get those developed and make photo albums. So that's I kind of miss doing that, because like everything is on your phone now. Like I have so much, not only on my phone, but on
that's a microphone.
Sorry. On like Google Photos and like things like that. It's just things that I want to see like in person that I just haven't had the time to print out, because you don't have the same like incentive to just go and get certain things developed.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just it, but also we can see them all at the same time, right? So it's a convenience, but also an inconvenience, because the inconvenience part is that we normally would say, okay, but I know I have to go get this done. But then it becomes convenient once I do it. Whereas the convenience part is I can do it anytime. So I'm with you. Is that it's on my phone. So
yeah, it's like sometimes you just want to be able to like look and see it like not in person, but like on a different like medium other than your phone.
Yeah, it goes back to what we said a long time ago. We said in the last episode and just a long time ago, is that it's a weird spot for us, because it always goes back to we grew up without the internet than with the internet. So
like we grew up looking at like photo albums and stuff like
actual
that.
Photo albums.
Like everything that we had was like lost in Katrina. I still like that feeling of going through and like flipping through and like all of that. I still
remember with my grandfather looking at my mother as a kid, flipping through an actual photo album, like a physical.
And then also she has the videos too, so you can have that balance. Yeah.
So it's just kind of, it's weird not being able to do this naturally, or in the same space, I guess, in the same version of it. So, okay, we're not going. But can we get it all? Okay. The letters I have here written is GPS. Paige, what is GPS?
I don't know what it stands for, but I know
what. You know what GPS stands for? Me either.
I know what it is, but
it's something system. It's a
geo.
Wow, we should know this, Paige.
Geographical.
Physical system.
Global positioning system. Okay.
We should have both known that. That's fine.
Who was going to say global?
Also, we've had GPS all of our lives. Well,
we had
all of our adult lives. All of our adult lives. Most of our adult lives. Actually, all of our adult lives, I think, we've had GPS.
Oh, adult lives.
Yeah,
I don't remember GPS as a kid.
No, adult lives, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what is the global positioning system, Paige? What is that?
You have me explaining all this stuff.
Well, I'm asking. Do you remember GPS?
Yes. So, do you mean like GPS as in when you used to look up the maps on the computer before getting in the car, or when the GPS was in the car?
Yes.
Okay, starting with when it was not in the car.
Uh-huh.
So, before GPS was...
Okay, let me help you out. Before GPS, you had to look on a map.
Before that...
On a physical map.
Yes.
To find out where the deuce you were going.
And then after that...
Or ask your friend, your neighbor, somebody who been there.
Yes.
Ask them.
Yes.
Where the deuce was going.
I still be doing that sometimes.
Yeah.
I still do that sometimes.
And it's absurd.
And then after that, you had to print out your directions.
On what? Where was your GPS page? What's the website?
Ooh,
you got to know the main website.
Isn't it? Hold on. I got it.
It's a
MapQuest.
There we go. I'm about to say it's MapQuest.
It's late. It's losing me. But
it is late. It's like 12:30.
Yeah. MapQuest. So you would have to put in your start and end destination in MapQuest. Mm-hmm. You couldn't add no stops in there back then.
At first, yeah. No.
And so a lot of times people would travel, like we used to travel with the MapQuest and a map.
Yes, just to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then GPS came about. Your global positioning system.
In the car.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was just a little... It wasn't like on your phone.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't even in the car at first.
It was just
I forgot about that. It was a system. Like you would...
separate system.
Yeah, you would add to your car. Like you would buy a GPS.
Yeah, and put it in your car, and then it would
be so small. Yeah, like that.
Rectangle thing, whatever.
It wouldn't really be giving directions like that. And then
it would. It's not. It wasn't.
Yeah, not as accurate as now. And after that was the GPS in the car, like the OnStar.
Yes, yeah. Then we had the OnStar that was inside of your actual car, which is a GPS, same thing. And then you had it on your phone. Finally.
Well, then they were in the cars. Then they started creating the apps.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And now we're at like Waze. Where they let you know if like police are in front and cars on the side of the road and all that stuff. Ooh.
GPS has evolved, clearly.
It really has.
Also, she old.
You're old.
Wait, what you talking about, girl?
You act like I went way back to like the Atlas and all that stuff.
Old, something like that.
So am I. And I'm younger than you.
Right. Okay. You're younger. I get that. Okay. Encyclopedia.
Ooh, those used to be my favorite.
Paige, what the deuce is an encyclopedia?
Encyclopedias would give you like a wealth of knowledge. Those are my favorite growing up.
That doesn't tell me what it is, Paige.
So you would have, most people had like the whole set.
Give the definition of encyclopedia.
It was just like you would have like you would have like A through Z.
You're just giving the description.
What's your definition then? Because you cut me off.
You just give okay. Encyclopedia is a group of books that explains knowledge about things. Let's go with that. That's the definition.
That's what I just said, but you'll see it in the play.
Okay. Sorry for cutting you off. I'm sorry. But
go ahead.
You said you would give a wealth of knowledge of whatever. Go ahead.
I said they would give a wealth. It was A through Z.
I said you would get a wealth of knowledge of stuff. Go ahead. Say what you're saying.
Yeah, encyclopedias were my favorite growing up, and I would just choose ones. We always had the full encyclopedia. Before it became a disc thing, we had the books. Uh-huh. And so I would just literally go through and like read each one and just be lost. But I was always a huge reader. So, I don't know, I'm still fine. I think I might want to get like a show of an encyclopedia. Aww.
All right, last one. iPods.
That can't be the last one.
It's the last one.
All right then.
iPods versus minis.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, tell the people.
The story she wants to tell.
Tell the people.
This is the story
You know I'm gonna tell it. I'm giving you a chance to tell the people.
We told the story very, very early in this podcast. Okay, so I'll just tell it now.
You're just thinking about that as I said it. I saw it in your face.
I knew when I typed it. So the story is when iPods and early iPods, iPod mini. So okay, what the iPod is early version of an iPhone, right? So it was just an iPod. It was just when you listen to music.
And yeah.
Maybe music videos, but you had very limited space.
Yeah, it was just audio. Like
so it's pretty much audio, yeah. So, and in my mind, Apple was not popping like that, but Microsoft was. So
technically, it was until all that.
You asked me to tell my story?
Sorry.
Okay. So, iPods, they were a thing, but not a thing. You know, they weren't like popping like that. I mean, they were popping, but you know, Microsoft was actually popping versus Apple. So Microsoft came out with these things called Zunes. Zune. And for my birthday, I wanted a Zune. My current wife got me a Zune.
Your favorite color?
It was in red.
That thing was limited edition. Goodness.
Let's just say Zunes were not popping. Okay.
Couldn't tell him that, no.
My mind, Zunes was going to be popping. It's like how you invest in something, then be like, that was a bad investment.
At least you used it faithfully.
It was a terrible investment.
Well,
Eventually, it did not work out. Let's go with that. Zoom
your mama washed it.
Well, that also happened.
DaQuisha washed it.
I wasn't going to put it out there like that because we already ripped on the last one. But yeah. That
also I'm about to get another call. It was an accident, allegedly.
Anywho. So, okay, iPods, iPod minis, those were a thing at the time where before the iPhone, there was an iPod. Before the iPod, well, actually, after the iPod 1, 2, 3, they had like iPod mini. It was like a small one or whatever.
And also, when you and I first met, that was one of our like connecting things. Like,
oh, yeah.
You had already had a Zoom. And you wanted the upgraded one, so I got you the upgraded one, the limited edition red one. And we traded.
Yep. Because
you remember?
I feel like gray or green, I forgot.
Yeah, and you gave me your Zoom to listen to for a week, and I gave you my iPod to listen to for a week. It was so cute.
Yep. Okay.
Aww. Come on, taking the stage.
Yeah, we've been here since been here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so for the last part of this episode, we're going to do a 2-minute top 5.
Oh, goodness. All right, come on. We have, 7 minutes left. Let's go.
Hey, podcasters. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. You can also listen to our audio podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Have a good one.